What is our self-care? Self-care is simple. You care for oneself. It's renewing, refocusing, and rejuvenating by establishing our mind, body, and spirit. You do this by taking care of yourself. So let's talk about the strategies. Strategies would start with living in the now, managing your emotions, your gratitude, restful routines and how you sleep, your happiness, your mindfulness with your mindset, creating and actually planning to achieve success with this all. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to the Passion Talk. My name is Jeanette, and let us glorify God today for everything in our lives and for this channel and for it being a blessing to us all. Now, last time with episode 4, we talked about our boundaries. And we had 5 components that we actually finished with in regards to our boundaries. And I'm going to just review that really quick. Number 1 was your triggers and your emotions and how you limit them. Number 2, identifying your root causes to the patterns. Number 3, understanding your insights to conflicts. Number 4, your personal relationship in the sense of your ownership and responsibility and accountabilities of your behaviors, your attitudes, and your actions. And number 5, your coping mechanisms and how you actually cope in the opportunities in managing your relationships and seeing it all as a learning opportunity in what you've gone through and what you've experienced. Now, today's topic, we're going to talk about self-care. And what I mean by that is the healthier of who you are, especially with your habits physically, spiritually, emotionally, and how you manage your lifestyle and having it such discipline and control with self-control. And when this is done consistently, and the change, what will happen is you'll ultimately have a sense of great health and such well-being. This would consist of your mind, body, and soul as you elevate to a state of wellness with your new encounters, with new revelations, new insights, and how you truly live each and every day to better yourself. Now, I have a list of words. I just want to capture your thoughts with this. So now you tell me what you think. This is just something just to sit and think about as I say these words. Your personal negative emotions, your sleeping patterns, your sleeping routines, how you exercise. What about your vitamins, minerals, and supplements you take? How about your water intake and other fluids? What about your healthy food choices? What about going out in nature and seeing about your surroundings around you? Have you tried massage therapy? What about the way you manage your time management? Do you have some private time for yourself, solitude? Maybe even prayer and meditation? What about having just a personal day for yourself that you pamper yourself? Well, with all these lists of words, it will help you to focus in our discussion today in self-care and where you're at right now in the present time. So let's talk about categories of self-care. Number 1 category is personal, of yourself, your self-confidence, in just in how you feel, the way you dress, and um, just your tone of your voice, the way how you're so positive and just outgoing. Number 2, your health, your well-being in your mind, body, and soul, and your spirit. So sorry about the confusion of that. And number 3, your emotions, and balancing your positive and your negative emotions, and we've discussed that in past episodes. And then also What about number four, your mindset, mindfulness, and your self compassion of how you manage every day in your thoughts and your processes? And number five, your career. I'm sure you're in a special job that you try to have a work life balance, maybe even that chosen vocation, that you're even living your passion and what you love to do when you get up every morning and somewhere you go for 8 hours or 7.5 hours, or even people now are working different type of shifts, even 12-hour shifts. Let's talk about your education. This is a lifelong journey, and it's a lifelong endeavor where there's such endless possibilities to all the different fields of choice that you can go in. And number seven, your passion. All about your gifts, your talents, your skill sets, of all your natural abilities that come so natural that you're so happy just to be involved in and to share in the world. So let us now move on to 12 areas that I thought we would talk about self care, just to give you a little bit more insight for a better, healthier you. Number one, getting adequate sleep. That is such an important aspect of having such sleep that is so restful, having an important ritual that you should practice daily. It's actually time to restore, rejuvenate, relax your mind, your body, and your soul. When you actually establish a bedtime routine, try to do it maybe 30 minutes to an hour of activities, such as, you're setting things up, relaxing, shutting all your computer devices off, television off. That's what I mean by activities. And that's something that is consistent every single night, because it's going to add value to closing out your day and just giving yourself that time of relaxation. So let me ask you a checkpoint question. How many hours a day do you actually sleep? Number two, exercise, self assessment. There's such benefits with exercise, and we all know this. It's so tremendous that it adds such value to your roadmap, actually, of your health and your fitness regime. Depending on who you are, there's actually a realistic um, picture of the shape of the type of programs that is established with your goals and your results that is created for you. Now, there's also a great way to benchmark all of this is to see where your cardiovascular fitness is, your muscular strength, your endurance, your posture, and where your flexibility is at, especially the different ranges of your age, where you're at. So let's think about this as another check. Do you have an adequate exercise regime that you can work with each day? Now let's move on to number three, your water and your fluid intake. Water is such an essential and very important um, to take each and every day. And there's certain glasses of water you should take, anywhere from 8 to 10 glasses of water consumption, because your body is actually consisted of anywhere from 60 to 65% of water, and especially your brain is at a 75%. So keep in mind, keeping hydrated is a very important aspect, and what it does is it gets rid of bad toxins that's released from out of your fat cells. So for example, maintaining a healthy body weight, what it also does is it increases your liver metabolizes with your fats. And also, when you feel hungry, it's probably your brain signaling to you, guess what? It's time to have a drink of water. So maybe you should try this and see what happens. Just drink water. Don't even wait until you get thirsty or when you feel that sign of feeling dehydrated. That's probably not a good thing to do. Now, I'm going to talk about other fluids. Have you tried juicing? Well, the benefits of juicing, there's such natural flavors because it is fresh squeezed juice that you actually do from home using a juicer, blending. And here are the positive advantages of it. It gives you such increased energy to feel revitalized. It's such a great thing for your mental clarity, sharpness in your thinking and decision-making processes. Another thing it adds value to is your weight loss, such as you tend to eat a lot less. You have great nutrition with the fruits and vegetables in just that one glass of juice that you actually intake. Another thing it does is with digestive. It's a great healing process of your digestive system, especially with the new essential nutrients of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes that is actually quickly absorbed into your bloodstream. And instead of the whole breaking down process of actually consuming food into that digestive organ. And number five, another great way of tasting your juices, sometimes people have a hard time with, is maybe the greens. Well, when you have green juices, sometimes it's very plain and it doesn't have any taste in it. Try to add flavors of lemon, ginger, or maybe other types of fruit, just to give it a nice taste to your taste buds. Now let's move on to number four. Let's talk about minerals. Let's talk about vitamins and supplements. This is a great foundation to your health. And having vitamins, minerals, and supplements processes, what it actually does, it adds growth, it provides great digestion, and once again, mental alertness, resistance to infections, that's so important, and actually builds your bones and your tissues. Vitamins also add, it enables your body for use as it speeds up the chemical reaction of, when you can have the carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. Now, number five, your hormones. When your hormone levels are optimized, which means at your best, you actually experience such increase in metabolism. You actually have improved stamina. You actually lower your cholesterol level. You got lots of energy. You sleep better. And um, these are very great things that happen. And also, you have greater focus. And it's a great way to manage the best way of your life, especially with a well balanced diet, in your nutrition, your exercising, your sleeping patterns, your water intake, like I mentioned, but doing all this consistently. But the one thing also is having less stress in your life. That's an absolute must. Um, Number six, let's talk about mindfulness. Now, this is a very key word that's used daily in practicing your mindset, just being in stillness, training yourself mentally just to have quietness in your mind, in your thoughts, to a state of peace, clarity, and contentment. And you're just embracing your moments. You're just finding that personal calm, a space to feel very grounded, um, and have the ability actually to refocus on your moments, to have awareness of having such a settled mind, to managing your emotions and your sensations, to releasing tensions that you might be feeling, relaxing in your present, controlling your breathing of your inner stability, removing distractions and actually naming them, slowing down. And maybe another thing is concentration on self compassion. And what I mean by that is just showing extra love to yourself. Another thing we'll talk about in number seven here is healthy foods. Now, enjoying a healthy regime with fruits and vegetables that contain really essential nutrients to your daily vitamins. And there's seven vitamins you normally would be a recommendation, but serving your five servings of your fruit and vegetables is so important, such as also having twice daily as your amount to your meats and dairy. Just always think the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, just eat as healthy as you can. 20% of the time, Yeah, you can satisfy cravings, but do it in moderation. Don't go too far of being out of control and losing control. Be in control. Number eight, let's talk about your spiritual side. What I mean by that is some people would actually do a lot of meditation. Prayer is a great thing. As you notice, I always open and close in prayer with our talks. We talked about setting your boundaries. That's a very important component. What about the art of forgiving, of having forgiveness, having that unforgiving spirit, just letting go and just moving forward? Counting your blessing each day. That's another thing that's a great thing. Having that gratitude and such a grateful spirit inside. What about also making a list of five important things that's so important to you? Um, some of us also need a little direction in this area. Like, for example, I can say these couple of questions. What is important to you? And number two, what are your goals in life? Like, let's do this for example. Say for the top thing, you say that family unit's very important to you. Okay, let's break it down even further. If family unit's important to you, say this. Family unit's important to me because I want us to do chores together, or it'd be great for us to pray together. Or another thing, it'd be great for us eating dinner together. That's important to me for family units. Or another thing a lot of family units do is they tend to have a lot of embracing family special time as certain rituals like Sunday evening dinner get togethers. If a lot of the family members are away, we all come together as one. That's a great thing too. Number nine, let's talk about career. Um, Living your passion, that's something you should always seek to do. And your chosen vocation in your career, in the field of your gifts, your talents, your skill sets. What about your work life balance? And how important is that to your well being? Another thing is job satisfaction. Are you growing in your current job or are you just stagnant and just trying to think, hey, how am I going to grow more? Well, do you ever actually take time off? Sometimes taking time off is great to refocus, to rejuvenate. Some people take time off to go away on vacation, or they may spend some quiet time at home. It's up to you. That's something that you have to decide for self care. And number 10, what about your emotions? I'm not going to talk too deep about this because we did talk about it in an episode before. And how do you balance your emotions, your positive and negative ones? Just think about that for self care. Um, and another good thing is about your education is number 11. Your education is such a gift for yourself, and it's such a lifelong journey. And no one actually can take away that experience of what you go through and actually the hard work you actually put in it. Um, you have endless possibilities when it comes to your growth and development, and keep learning and keep growing and expanding that mindset of yours. But one thing I'll say, always stay current in your field, in your industry, and of your that chosen vacation, because you never know. Things change all the time. We're in such an information technology. Things just change, and it's great to stay up to date on it all. And number 12, one of the biggest things I'll say here is just personally your own self compassion. How do you build your self esteem that enhances such self confidence in how you feel about yourself? Each and every day is a new day, it's a new opportunity to live your lifestyle in a way that you balance self control, you balance and having great boundaries, great strength, having such gratitude, and, just even developing such a positive mindset that makes such a difference in life. So, and to conclude this talk today, your self care is a road and it's a roadmap of a destination to the type of decisions, choices, and intentions for that optimal health and success in your life. And one couple of things I'm going to leave with you here is number one, make your lifestyle the highest priority to your health and well being. That's so important to do. And just make sure you're aware and pay such good attention to your health, to your well being, and your happiness. And number three, the level of your energy, your alertness, just make sure you get such adequate rest daily just to keep you going, keep you feeling fresh and focused and you know, you just feel good about yourself. And number 4, your total mind, body and spirit. That connection with you is so important with your behavior, your attitude and your actions for your own personal self-care. What it does, it gives you such great fulfillment and it's great contentment that you feel inside, and it just gives you such happiness. And what I want to say is, I thank you for listening today. Thank you for tuning in. And please do support this channel by your likes, your comments in that comment section below. And actually, please do subscribe. It really supports this channel. And when I'd like to say one thing in the comment section, if you don't mind sharing, which would be so wonderful, an area of self-care that in your life right now that you're planning to work on in 2022. Just share that with me. That'd be great. And I'm just going to say a closing prayer right now is may God just touch each person with a special blessing in their week ahead. And let this message just open up a new awareness to your mind, to your body, to your spirit for your own personal self care. And I'll say amen to that. And I'll see you guys next time, February the 22nd, 2022, for our next episode, episode 6. And see you next time. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Bye for now. Goodbye.